Individual in Society by Tina Reese. The world today is very complex in many ways. Among these complexities, and one of the most recent problems to face the entire world, is the pandemic occurring with the coronavirus. This pandemic has caused some normal issues, such as unemployment, to take different curve than normal. One also must remember here in the United States, the population has experienced a lot of political violence, as well as rioting and violence in one's streets and communities due to discriminatory acts. Every person in the United States has the freedom to choose how they respond to what is happening around them. However, with social media and information on the internet at one's fingertips, most people do not take the time to determine if what they're reading and or hearing is fact or fiction, or little of both. As a society, one must realize the responsibility they have to react appropriately and how one's action will reflect on themselves, their families, communities, and potentially the entire world. What one does matters greatly. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics in the Employment Situation Summary released in November 2021, when the pandemic struck the U.S., the unemployment rate jumped to 14.8% in April 2020. When President Trump ordered the shutdown of non-essential businesses, Americans did not have much choice in what happened to the unemployment status. They were forced not to work. However, as of October 2021, the unemployment rate was at a 4.6%, only 1.1% higher than when the shutdown began. When driving through any community, one will find numerous help wanted signs in businesses, while also finding some businesses are operating with short staff and unable to offer the service that would be normal to their establishment. So why are companies having such a hard time finding people to hire? The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics also reported that the number of persons not in the labor force was 6.0 million in October, up by 968,000 since February 2020. These people are just not actively looking for a job. They have made the choice not to work. This choice will affect not only themselves, but also their families, the communities that they live in, and every tax-paying citizen in the economy. Every able-bodied adult should be seeking work to earn a living, not only for themselves, but for their families as well. This banding together and everyone pulling their weight in the workforce would allow our economy and society to soar. Social media, the internet, and the atomization has created many issues one faces today in society. For the most part, Americans have become a soft nation. The ease of access to information has created many of the issues facing not only Americans, but the world in general. Most people are busy and want everything to be fast and easy without ever having to consider what one is giving up. Professors Powell and Lee with Hong Kong Baptist University state that much information that we can now acquire from the internet is unproven. So if one is not cognizant of this and takes everything they read on the internet as truth, many bad decisions will possibly be made and have those rippling effects. An example of this happening was in 1998 when The Lancet published a paper that was written by Dr. Andrew Wakefield claiming that the MMR, or the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine caused autism in children. This statement was later retracted by The Lancet, but it caused parents to stop letting their children receive the vaccine. Claire Dyer with BMJ Reports says this take-up of the MMR vaccine plummeted, whereas the number of cases of measles has soared. Parents just assumed that the information was accurate and never did any research to verify what was being reported. The lack of responsibility by The Lancet, Dr. Wakefield, and the public caused deaths throughout the world. Everyone must accept the responsibility of verifying information before reacting. This takes time and patience, but it's critical for all. Every human has the responsibility to act or react in the best interest of the whole. This requires that one does their part to seek employment and earn an honest wage for living for themselves and their families. If everyone would do their part in the economy, it would soar, and our country would be much better positioned financially and socially. By pulling together as a whole, checking one's integrity, validating what is read or heard before reacting or taking action, and putting others first over themselves, the world would be a much brighter and safer place to live. All actions by every human matters.